Hey guys, how are we doing today? I saw a lot of enthusiasm be brought back today as AMC, and especially GameStop, recovered from those heavy dips they experienced yesterday in the after hours and earlier today. Today, we are going to go over the filings that GameStop made. Yesterday we talked about the numbers that GameStop reported, and after reading through the 10Q filing, I just want to disclose some of the more interesting stuff that I came across. We also had some pretty shocking news coming from AMC that without a doubt caught literally everyone by surprise. This set of news really puts the end to the argument being made that theaters are going to be replaced by movie streaming services. Lastly, a lot of people are concerned because the media as well as some broker data suggest that retail traders are selling tons of AMC stock, which is true based on what I saw, but it does not mean what you think. I want to give my own thoughts about this, because it isn't the sell-off that the media is trying to paint. We are going to keep content easy and relaxed today, so sit back and enjoy the video. I want to take a second to also thank the people who tune in for the morning videos. I am super happy to see that the small series is indeed having such a positive impact on so many of you. Now, before we get started, let me quickly disclose and state that I am not a financial analyst or advisor, and that all contents discussed in this video are provided as opinions. All efforts are placed to better understand the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Everything presented is evidence I collect, and all opinions are based on research, experience and knowledge on the matter. Shout out to all my Patreons and one-time donors, whose contributions continue to carry this channel forward. Thank you so much to all that have taken a moment and the burden of throwing some love my way. It means a great deal for the longevity of the channel. You guys are the absolute best. With that said, let's dive deep down the rabbit hole and see what we find. The 10Q filing from GameStop contains a wealth of information from the company. We already went over the financial results for the last quarter. The numbers were very positive for the company overall, and nothing about them suggests GameStop is due to go out of business anytime soon. However, there was much more to the report than just simply numbers. Going through the risks related to our common stock correction, GameStop talks about short squeezes. They stated that a large proportion of their Class A common stock has been and may continue to be traded by short sellers, which may increase the likelihood that the Class A common stock will be the target of a short squeeze. A short squeeze has led and could continue to lead to volatile price movements in shares, which are unrelated or disproportionate to their operating performance or prospects, and, once investors purchase the shares necessary to cover their short positions, the price may rapidly decline. Stockholders that purchase GameStop shares during a short squeeze may lose a significant portion of their investment. In smoother words, GameStop acknowledged what has been happening. They say buying too late when the squeeze takes place may result in you losing money. So, in other words, be sure to get in early. GameStop also disclosed that a large number of shares of their Class A common available for future sale could adversely affect market price and may be dilutive to current stockholders. This isn't announcing a dilution as coming as many people took to mean. It's just stating that if GameStop were to start diluting some shares, it will affect the price. It's just normal disclosure that needs to be made. Last thing on the filing that is necessary to talk about is perhaps the biggest one. GameStop disclosed that on May 26 of this year, they received DA request from the staff of the SEC for the voluntary production of documents and information concerning an SEC investigation into the trading activity in GameStop securities and the securities of other companies. The SEC has since called for additional documents, as a follow-up to the initial request. GameStop is in the process of producing the documents and has been and intends to continue cooperating fully with the SEC staff regarding this matter. This inquiry is not expected to adversely impact their business. Though we knew that GameStop had shared information with the SEC, them disclosing it and adding a little more detail about the situation is great to see. I would love for the SEC to be currently conducting an investigation into the current situation regarding market manipulation, extending from dark pools to payments for order flow, which Gary Gensler did say he is looking into. Though this does not inspire hope in the system, it does make me happy that at least something is taking place, that the ball is spinning. I remain to be cautious with my expectations on this matter. That's all the important stuff that I derived from the filing. Now let's bring attention to AMC, because Netflix seems to also like theaters as well. You see, Netflix announced that their new movie, Don't Look Up, will be available on selected theaters starting December 10th. This news came out of nowhere, and really go to show that even the biggest streaming service platform sees the value that theaters bring. This comes a day after AMC CEO Adam Aron said that AMC has been in talks with GameStop for a partnership. Though nothing is set in stone, the fact that these companies are all collaborating with AMC show the bright future that awaits this company. This is more money for them, and more return on investment for investors. There has never been a better time to be an AMC investor, so be sure to grab some tendies if you like the stock. I know the Motley Fool and the rest of the clowns were big mad when Netflix dropped this bomb today. Last thing I want to go over is the fear of a sell-off. News media like CNBC and broker data suggested that there was a sell-off in AMC coming directly from retail traders. Looking at the data available to me, I have to concur that yesterday we did in fact see a higher amount of retail sell-off for the popular stock. However, this information without context will obviously come across as paper hands have taken over. This is not the case at all. What happened was that AMC started seeing a ton of growth, and many people came over to start day trading the stock. With rising volume, you see a rise in day trading activity. It doesn't mean that people holding the stock simply gave up, but rather that day traders simply stopped by to battle it out between each other. So on that front we are good. What does bother me is that I am now starting to see people, long-time holders, begin to wonder if day trading the stock is a good idea. Let me tell you something. Unless you have been day trading for years and have a good amount of experience reading level 2 data and can do proper and quick technical analysis, I would tell you jumping in this wagon will only cause you to lose money, as well as help hedge funds by doing so. It's your money, and you can do and should do whatever is best for you. Having said that, be sure to think clearly before you start doing anything that can negatively affect you. If you are here for the squeeze, I would not recommend day trading. If you don't have a previous consistent success under your belt of day trading before, I would tell you to stay far away from this. Algorithms are built precisely to beat day traders at their own game. Do not fall on this trap, because you will lose almost 100% of the time unless you know what you are doing. I myself am simply holding on to the stock. The reason for this growth in interest for day trading seems to have risen from people claiming that they figured out patterns by which they can predict what hedge funds will do. Let me tell you something. Nobody on this green earth can predict what hedge funds will do, especially on a day-to-day basis. These entities hire the smartest people in the world to produce quantum trading programs, which encompass not only meme stocks, but a whole myriad of factors in the market and other trades. Unless you are an insider with this information at your disposal, you do not know and will not be able to predict stuff. If you can read level 2 data and have a good basic understanding of technical analysis, you can more or less call out probability on where the stocks will move, and therefore you can develop a quick trade with careful risk management. Even the best people doing this get small percentage gains on this on a daily because they employ rules and risk management to protect themselves from when algorithms completely switch and pull the rug. Do not fool yourself into thinking that you put together a plan to beat decades of experience in computer algorithms because you were able to call out price movement a couple of times. The systems are literally made to make people perceive patterns just so that they can all of a sudden change the prices and take your money. Temper that overconfidence because bigger players will punish you for them every single time. This is on top of the fact that day trading meme stocks can actually be very counterproductive to the squeeze and may lower the price floor. I have been asked relentlessly what I think and now you know. That's my take on all of this. Buy and hold, but if you think you can do better than professionals in quantum computers, then go at it and prove me wrong. I am open to be corrected. I will buy and hold. Let's talk about today. The Fed reported that reverse repo operations for today resulted in over $1.107 trillion, representing a small decrease over yesterday's operations. AMC's dark pool transactions accounted for 64% of the total volume, while GameStop dark pool transactions accounted for 47% of the total volume today. According to Fidelity data, sell order flow for AMC was bigger than the buy order flow, with GameStop's buy order flow being more than twice as big as the sell order flow. Now, let us finish up with a recap of today's performance. AMC had a rebound today, gaining over 2% for the day. The stock traded neutral in the pre-market before opening to a lot of volatility. After about an hour after markets opened, AMC started running up, and having small periods of retracement. This pattern actually continued all the way into closing, which was incredible to see. There isn't a lot that happened aside from it rising and retracing a bit before making new highs. AMC closed at 48.52, well above the VWAP. As for tomorrow, AMC has resistance at 49. If it breaks that, it could go on a run depending on how much volume it gets. If it doesn't break that, AMC has support at 46.50 and 44.45. We know tomorrow is Friday and hedge funds will want to keep the stock from running too much in order to have less options expire in the money. There is a ton of pressure in AMC at the moment, so we'll see where hedge funds sort of let the stock run to. GameStop enjoyed a rebound after yesterday's after-hours drop. It ended up gaining less than 1% overall for the day. The stock opened to a ton of volatility, but one that had it raising the lows. The stock then continued moving upwards for most of the day until it reached 202. At that point, GameStop started consolidating. It ended the day at 199.18, well above the VWAP. As for tomorrow, GameStop has resistance at 204. If it doesn't break that, we could see GME test 194 and then 190, which are the strongest immediate support walls. Looking at this chart, it seems that GameStop has been on a general decline, one which is less probable to change tomorrow. In a way, I want hedge funds to keep this up at least until I get my next paycheck, so I can buy some extra attendees. And that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for sticking to the end if you made it this far, and for sticking and supporting this channel. I never thought we would cross 10,000 subscribers, much less getting the type of engagement I see in the comments. I'm super happy I have managed to keep you guys entertained for so long, and I am humbled by you guys sticking around. Today's big question is, what do you think is mankind's greatest invention? I am really curious as to what you guys have to say. If you want to help this channel, I have provided links which will be in the description for donations or even a monthly pledge of whatever amount you want. These donations do go a long way in helping me be able to pump videos out. Remember to follow me on Twitter if you haven't already, and I hope to see you guys on the next one tomorrow, though it will be a short video. I want to thank you guys for watching my morning videos. I am seeing that some people are really digging this new little series we have ongoing right now. I will see you guys tomorrow morning on another very important video. Have fun, enjoy the rest of your day, stay cool and collected and to the moon.